The top prize winner from the Cannes Film Festival has just hit theaters. It's called Anora and tells the story of a sex worker in New York. CBC senior entertainment reporter Eli Glasner is here to explain the early Oscar buzz. Eli, good to see you. Okay, so let's talk about Anora and where it came from.
Sean Baker, this is one of my guys. Love this director. He did Tangerine, he did Florida Project. What he does, which is so interesting, he makes movies about the American dream, but not the people on the top, the people on the bottom, the people trying to climb that ladder. He made a movie about a food delivery guy. He made a movie about kids living in a motel. And now he is immersing you, he is thrusting you into the world of sex work and strippers, all based around New York City. This is Anora. Now, Anora is an exotic dancer, works at the club HQ. Her Uzbekistan grandmother calls her Anora, but when she's working, when she's hustling, it's Annie. And in this film, we see her hustling. If you don't have any cash, she's going to easily show you where the ATM is. Now, the movie starts by almost seducing you with the fantasy, right? You go into the club, you see the girls on the poles, you hear the music pumping, but at the same time, the director, he doesn't want you to get too caught up in the glamour. So he's balancing that. We're in the change room. We see the gals. What are they doing? They're just like us. They're eating their supper out of Tupperware, and that's where we see Annie in this clip I'm about to show you when the owner comes in and he wants her to go dance for a Russian high roller. I want you to hear the accent and the attitude. Take a look.
You know, Jimmy, the girls and I have been talking, and if your cousin doesn't start showing us some respect, we're not gonna tip out anymore.
All right, I'll talk to him.
Who are you talking about, the DJ?
All right, seriously?
He's an asshole.
I shared my playlist with him, and he was very rude and dismissive.
You're killing me. Let's go, come on.
No, I'm eating my food.
That's why you have Tupperware, keep things fresh.
Keep things fresh. The accents in this kill me. And you hear, like, she's no pushover, but, you know, she's going to do the job. Goes out, starts to dance, starts to get this guy to a private room. This is Ivan. This is the son of an oligarch. He's got money to burn. They're having a great time. Such a good time, you start to think, hey, I don't need to come to the club. Why don't you come to my place? She starts going to his place. And then he even wants more. He wants to rent her as his girlfriend for a week. Let me show you the negotiation. It's very brief, and the denominations are in thousands. Take a look.
15, cash up front.
Deal.
Deal.
If I get married to an American, I wouldn't have to go back to Russia.
All right, is that a chapel? They're in Vegas. They're talking about marriage. I mean, this is every dancer's dream. This is what they call the whale, right? The right client comes in, and now you're Cinderella. But that fairy tale doesn't last very long, because back in Mother Russia, Mommy and Daddy hear about their beautiful son shacking up with a prostitute, so they send the hired help to pay a visit.
Your parents are gonna kill you.
I love my husband.
You do not know this guy.
We are consenting adults.
If you think this is gonna be allowed, you're dead wrong.
Do not touch me.
And that is how you go from comedy to chaos with a light topping of kidnapping. These thugs show up. It's a home invasion. They force their way in. Yvonne runs the heck out, and now they're holding her as leverage, and they are there to make this all go away.
Okay, there's so much going on. It seems pretty compelling. What did you think?
I don't want to get Nicole Kidman on you, but this is what we go to the movies for. I love this. And you have heard me whine about Aliens 4 and Godzilla 5 and the lack of originality. This is what I've been starving for. This is a smart, hilarious, funny, intense, intelligent film about adults, made for adults. And just because I say it's for adults doesn't mean it's boring. This is one of the funniest and yet thrilling things I have seen. And that sense of immersion, that sense of authenticity comes from the director who has done the work, who has cast real dancers, who has interviewed sex workers. And then you talk about doing the work, not just the accent. Mikey Madison, what she does in this part as Annie. Like, she's got her battle armor on. And you know, for her, this relationship is transactional. But then you see them together and you start to think, is she buying in? Is she deluding herself? Is she maybe a romantic? And then those thugs arrive. In any other film, they would be generic. They wouldn't even have names in the script, right? Thug 1 and Thug 2. But that's not how this director operates. He's interested in class. He's interested in power dynamics. And so you have Toro, who left a baptism to try and clean this up for the Russians, who brings his brother Garnet. And then they're now trapped with Annie and Igor, the third thug, as they all go around New York City trying to deal with this situation that has started. And even Igor, you'd think like this kind of disposable sort of character. That is the thing about this movie. Everybody has dimensions. Everybody has depth. It is one of the simply most enticing, vital, visceral films I've seen. My words don't do it justice, so let's look at the graphic. There you go. They're in Vegas, and they would get 5 out of 5. A Glasner guarantee. This is a rip-roaring piece of cinema. Please do enjoy.
I don't remember the last 5-star review you had.
That would be We Live in Time, where I fell hard for Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. This is very different, but just as good.
Okay. I was looking for a movie to see this weekend, and I think I now found it. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Eli Glasner with his Friday film review.